Taylor. Are you there, Shannon?
I am.
What's going on, Shannon? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah, you're back for an update. So,
I am.
Shannon Taylor, where are you calling from?
I am in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Who shared ER Shred with you?
Actually, I had done isogenics for a while, much like Patty did, and it wasn't working for me the way that I wanted it to. And I had just come across ER Shred on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Okay, cool.
Happened upon it.
Yeah.
And I did it for a while, and I am here with a dropout story.
Yeah, I want to hear this dropout story. First, you have to tell us, what is your passion?
What is my passion?
Mm-hmm.
My passion right now is getting back. Much like Patty, I had dropped well over 100 pounds, and I'm going to share too. So we'll see if it shows up to you. That was me before.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
And this is me now. I unfortunately said, okay, I've lost all this weight and I can do it on my own. I was wrong.
You lost all this weight, which was, did you say over 100 pounds, was it?
112 pounds.
112 pounds. And then somewhere along the way, the mental shift, there was something that shifted, and it was like, I got this, I can do this on my own.
Yep. And I quickly discovered, as the scale and the bloat started to occur again, and I am now unfortunately 15 pounds up, that I can't do it alone. I can't do it. My body preferred the less carbs, the no sugar. It worked for me, and I have discovered that it's not a quick fix. It's not, you can do it on your own. It's not, I don't need the shakes. I don't need no, I really do. My body preferred it. And I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there in the same boat who, had done a couple of shreds and went, okay, I got this. And that's not always the case, I think, for everybody. I think it's more so that lifestyle change that it needs to be, rather than, I've done shreds, I've lost weight, and now I can do it on my own.
So good. Okay. So when you say on your own, you mean introducing more carbohydrate, introducing more sugar, and was there really a thought process there? Like, I can do this, or did it just kind of happen?
It sort of just happened. But I will say that it was not sugar. I still to this day do not have any interest in sugar at all. But it was more your potato and pasta thing.
Starches. Okay.
Carbaholic, Patty.
Right. Yep. Dirty carbs, starches. Yep.
Yep. But I will say, as the weight started to creep back on, I was like, oh no, I got this. I'll get right back. I'll get there. But the bloat is right back, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
And my gut hurts, my joints hurt. And that's when I was like, no, I know exactly what this is. I've been trained well, and I let it go too far. So enough is enough.
Oh man, that's the part of the education, right? Like, I think this happens, and then people, they either feel hopeless, they feel shame, they feel guilt, they feel as though, they blew it. And guess what we often do when we
keep
feel
going
like
in the wrong direction?
Yeah. We say, oh, what the hell, I can't win. And we just,
yeah.
That's right. That's right. How long were you able to maintain your initial results?
It was a good 6-8 months. And then it was a pound started to creep up. And then it was like, ooh.
Yeah. And you're not far.
5. It's not a big deal, but now it's a big deal.
Yeah, no, in terms of weight loss, and I'm sure in terms of everything, because that's the cool thing, is we jump back on the tracks and our bodies respond so quick. And so that's the good news, that people shouldn't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so far gone, I'm beyond hope. I might as well just, I cave.
No, and it is one of those things that, it's so easy to get so off track but it's much easier to get right back on the wagon where you should be.
Right, right. What role do you think the community and like community support, collective support, what role does that play for you?
Oh, it's huge. And for me, it's my family.
Okay.
Um, my daughter even has like major gluten intolerance, so for her, she was like, "Ma, can we just have meat and butter for dinner?" And she much prefers it, and she's much healthier that way as well.
Isn't that great?
And they'll occasionally on, weekends, they'll make themselves, some shake pancakes and stuff. So it's certainly helpful,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're all as a family looking to get back,
Yeah. Can
right
I
on
ask you
track.
like personally a personal question?
Sure.
Because this is the kind of the theme of your share.
Mhm.
Have you felt shame? Have you felt guilt, remorse, regret? Have you felt any of that?
Yeah, cried myself to sleep a couple nights.
Oh,
Yep. And that's when the light switch went off. When no, you need to stop this, because when I was, I was probably 6 pounds away from my goal, and I screwed it up. So for me, it was that big pick in the keister that I needed to say, you know, you let it go too far, and you can't do that. And for me, and not, not everybody is the same, but for me, emotions are a trigger to food. So that's where I need to be careful. And I let the emotions control the food.
100%. 100%. And I think you're not unique in that way. I think
No.
that's many of us humans. When I'm under stress, same thing. I kind of, but I wanted to make mention by way of education
Mhm.
that, please, everyone, do not ever feel shame, guilt, remorse. I mean, I know it's human to feel it. It is, you'll feel it, but don't let it win,
Yeah.
because this is all a journey. This is, we don't have to ever look at this as an end goal. This is never ending. This is a journey. And it's these kinds of things, I believe, that are what actually empower us. It's some call it failing, some call it caving, some call it breaking, some call it backsliding. Whatever you call it, it doesn't really matter. But for her to recognize, wait, stop, you're going the wrong direction. Stop. Let's get back over here. That was working. Let's stay there for a while. Let's learn beyond that. And for her to be able to, for Shannon to be able to always draw on that experience, that is the education. I know it seems simple. I know it seems like it's common sense, but it really makes all the difference. If it's the awareness, it's the consciousness, it matters. And for many people, Susan's on here, our health professional, or Susan Rothman, holistic nurse, and she's going to speak to us in a minute. But for many people, they're learning for the first time in their entire lives how to interpret the body's language, the way the body speaks to them. Now, you mentioned, Shannon, a couple ways your body speaks to you. What were those again?
The bloat
The bloat.
I have, and for me, major joint pain. As soon as I live in a 2-story log home. So as soon as I started going up and down those stairs again and my knees hurt, I went, it's not just because my knees hurt, it's because I'm not paying attention to my body.
Right. And what do
And
most people do when they have the joint pain and they have the bloat? What do?
they run
They-
to their doctor and get a medication for it.
I wasn't going to say that.
Well, sorry.
That's partly true. But also another thing they do is they just ignore the body's feedback. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Ignoring the body's. If you're driving down the road, and all of a sudden the check engine light comes on and it's flashing. Check engine, check engine, check engine. Do we just keep driving the car?
You don't put electrical tape over it.
But that's what most people do. When the check engine light is beep, 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 inflammation, pain, bloop, bloop, bloat, bloat, bloat. They go, you know what? Something's wrong. Something's wrong with me. Couldn't be that something's wrong with something that I'm eating. It's just my problem. Probably just my fault. I'll deal with it. That's what most people do. So go ahead.
Prior to ER shred itself, when I had dropped all the weight, that the bloat, the joint pain, this and that, I attributed it to, well, I'm getting older.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that. I hate that. Susan hates that. Hate's a strong word, and we hate that. James is on, Jennifer's on. They hate that too. And Dawn and Bob, we don't like that. We don't buy into that I'm getting older crap.
Yep.
No, we do not buy into that. And I think we're all going to, I mean, our ER shredders, seniors, they're thriving. They are thriving. I mean, they're killing it. So yeah, never buy into that. Any other words of wisdom you have for people before we let you go?
Don't give up. Trust the process.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I like how you mentioned that, for you, the shakes, the supplements, it works. And that was kind of by design. When we started ER Shred, it was like, wait a minute, the primitive way of eating can change your life. But what if we combined the old with the new? Why would we do that? Why would we combine the old and the new? Well, because by doing such, we're able to bridge the gap. Most people could never live a primitive lifestyle. There's no way. They couldn't do it. But by leveraging modern scientific advances and using those, why? Because they're practical, because they're convenient, because they're affordable, because it mixes things up and it's power packed. It works. The new and the old combined work. So I'm just thrilled to hear that your body's calling you back to that. That excites me. I love it when people come back. Shannon, I want to say thank you so much for coming back and for being so vulnerable.